Hello, hello, and what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Age Engineering. Hopefully, your day has been fantastic. Hopefully, your week has been fantastic, and hopefully, you have a fantastic time here today. During the video, I am pretty excited. There is plenty to do, and I've had a very busy day. I'm a little tired, but that's all right. That's okay. We are here, and we are playing Minecraft, and we are having fun, and that's all that really, truly matters, right? Just having a good time. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about, but I am super stoked. So thank you all for joining me first and foremost. The first thing that I want to get is a redstone clock from FTB Utilities 2. And the reason I want that is I need a whole bunch of this stuff right here. I have a whole bunch, and yeah, we need a whole bunch. So we're just going to quickly automate up this process. We can throw a lever on it here as well. Yeah, stick, boom, boom, boom. And that way we can turn it off. Now, one of the things, and quick note, when you're not using the redstone clock from the Tinker's Smeltery, I highly recommend turning it off. I really do. The reason being is pretty straightforward. This is a tick. This is a tick. This will cause you problems, all right? So try to keep that in mind when you're doing the little things in your game, you know, trying to make sure that you don't get into problems, right? Either way, we got a whole bunch in there, and I need a whole bunch of seared brick. Now, what do I need a whole bunch of seared brick for? Well, like we mentioned last time, we have these two creosote making machines right here. We have all of these creosote tanks over here. And I set up a quick little fluid transposers here. And of course we have just a nice big huge tank, right? We have one drain there, and that's going to be our drain for our setup. But we need another drain just in case down the road I want to have one. So we'll put one down here. And I think the controller will go right there. Huzzah! All the way up and into the sky. Nailed it. And 8. See that? Multitasking. All right, Tinker's Tank Controller. We can get that guy as well. But as you can see, I need a whole bunch more seared bricks. And I might even need more glass. This probably isn't enough. Just saying. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Good. All right, let's get a little bit more of that. Let's see how close or how far we truly are. All right, so all of this, I assume, needs to be glass. It's been a long, long time. Actually, I don't think I've ever made this. Have I? I don't think so. So we need a lot of glass for this, don't we? And I can't even access that, can I? Should we just go up right here? Yeah, let's do that. We'll do a little thing like that. That'll be our access point. Boing! Perfectly measured. Love it. So anyways, as we're waiting for more seared bricks, as they're coming in pretty nice and steady now with our clock, we might need more glass. Are we out of sand? No. We do have a little bit more there. Maybe I'll throw that in here just in case. We definitely need more. Definitely are going to need more. So, boop. Boom. And, okay. I thought I had more than that. It's fine. Okay. Not enough. Oh, not enough. All right. Boom. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now, a few comments. Thank you guys so much for the comments last episode. The game stuff being out of sync. I looked into that video quite intensively, along with many, many others of the community. We looked into it. And yeah, they started to go out of sync the more and more we started to record, which is interesting. It's an interesting bug. I assume it was a software-related bug. I haven't been able to reproduce it. So it's just one of those things that, you know, we kind of need to keep our eye on a little bit as we proceed here. But all things considered, let's just carry on and proceed along. A couple great comments. Fantastic comments. Thank you guys so much for those beautiful comments as well. I truly do appreciate them. And a few of them were really good. Really, really good. And one of them was with the greenhouse. Okay? What one person said is, apparently you need more CO2. Why is that? Oh, it's full. You need more CO2 to get more faster growth in the greenhouse, right? So these things are growing pretty quick, all things considered. But you need a little bit of CO2 with the oxygen for the plants to kind of eat up, I guess is the process there, so that they grow and become big and strong and beautiful little plants. So what we can do for that is something called a lantern. It's a gas lantern from Calculator. All right, and it's going to require 2 lanterns, which is torch and reinforced stone. Okay, let's grab those. Torch, or reinforced iron ingots. My apologies. That's the correct term. So 2 lanterns like that is going to give us a gas lantern. Now, I think we can place this in here. Right there, for example. Excellent. And we can throw in this coal coke, and it's going to start burning, which is exactly what we want it to do. And what should happen is we should start to see these levels start to increase. And from what I can tell, is you basically want it to be at the midpoint. At least that's what I'm understanding by the GUI. I might be wrong. There might be a little bit of a better balance in that. But we'll see how close we get with the 1 lantern and see what we kind of get. But that should assist a little bit in the growth process overall. My apologies. Okay, sorry. Oh my. I'm choking over here. It's fine. We're dying. We're dying, everybody. It's perfectly fine. All right. Anyways, we definitely need to get more seared stone. So let's get that process started. The biggest problem here is we are running out of lava overall. So let's go quickly get at least a couple buckets of lava from downstairs because we're going to need it overall. So let's quickly grab some lava. Man, instant frog in the throat, and I apologize for that. All right, so we're going to cruise on down, grab our lava. Also, I want to kind of start to progress a little bit in IC2 a little bit further, all right? We're slowly getting there. I'm trying to slow down a little bit. I think we progressed a little bit too quick right out of the gate, and we probably still could have kept going at that pace, but eventually we would have had to slow down a little overall. And also, one of the other things that I've been struggling with in this world here is I'm having a hard time deciding exactly what to build. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to build in this world overall for a base and all that kind of stuff? We need something like that. But, all things considered, let's get ourselves a basic machine casing. Let's get ourselves an electronic circuit, I should say. Now, what I'm thinking here is we need the canning machine. And not the terrible one, not the bad one. We need the good canning machine. And the reason we need the good canning machine, the fluid solid canning one here, we need some tin item casings. I didn't make those, did I? Nope, I didn't. Okay, so we'll do up 3 of those. All right. Good. It's becoming nighttime anyways. Let's sleep it off. Let's sleep it off. As you can see, a few people are online. I just got online. I did a lot of my prep and whatnot the previous day, so that's good. As much as I could anyways. But we just got on, and I'm bagged. I helped my wife with volunteer at her work today, and that's aluminum. Oh, God. That's aluminum, you silly Willy. Yes, silly guy. That's fine. I'm sure we'll need it, right? Right? Maybe. Maybe. I honestly don't know. It might be needed. It might be needed. We'll just save it for later. All right, that's our tin plate. That's the one we were after. Anyways, this canning machine is going to be very useful, and the reason it's going to be useful is it's going to allow us to start to upgrade our machines. I'm also thinking about getting another wind turbine, because as we start to upgrade our machines, our efficiencies are obviously going to go down as well. But in the meantime, let's take a quick look-see. We'll turn that back on, and we'll start getting some more seared bricks going. Excellent. Hopefully we have enough I have a feeling that we're going to be a little shy, but it does take a lot. And I don't even know if it needs to be glass, but might as well. It takes the same amount of seared bricks. It just takes a little bit of glass, right? So it's nothing too crazy, all things considered. Overall, we are pretty good. I've set up here. This is where our canning machine is going to go. Let's get our tin item casings, and let's get this thing built. Boom, and that's iron. Oh, really? Really? Man, I tell you, the derps have been real. The derps have been real. The ore washing plants work good, but I think that's going to be our first upgrade candidate. And the reason I say that is for many, many reasons. Mainly, it's slow. It's slow. But it's very, very useful overall. You can see how useful it is. We have all of these tiny piles, so we can actually get these processed up. And we'll have to come up with some sort of automated way to do this. But it's one of those things, and it's very, very nice. So we'll pull those out. We'll do this. Boom. Boom, boom. Nice. Okay. And save the rest. So we just got an extra 10 tin and 7 gold from our ore washing plant. Is basically how we're going to measure this matrix. So that's very, very nice. That's very, very good. Let's put this in and get our fluid canning machine. Awesome. Okay, so we got that in place. That's very good. And we'll put that away as well. And this guy should be powered up. Now, you can can things, definitely. Is there a recipe button for this? I don't think so. But you can drain from a cell into a tank. You can fill cell from a tank. But this is the one we're truly after, the fluid enrich mode. This is what's going to allow us to make ourselves some coolant cells. So if we look at an overclocker, which is your way of speeding up your machines, we need these 10K coolant cells. And for this, you need the IC2 coolant. Now, there's not really a method or anything like that that shows you exactly how to make IC2 coolant, because that's Weedex, that's water, and that's lava. So there's no real true way to show how it's going. So this is how you do it. You need to add water into here. You need to add, oh no, what is it again? Oh no, now I'm forgetting. We definitely need to get the lapis dust. That's this stuff right here, lapis lazuli dust. We can throw that in a macerator, just a little bit of lapis. So let's get some of that, and we'll macerate that up. We'll just, of course, remove that. Good, we'll throw that in there as well. So what this is going to do, this is going to give us the dust. And for each process of this, I believe it takes 8. So it might actually take 24 lapis. I can't recall, but we will confirm that as we go. Hopefully that's working good. Hopefully that person wasn't lying to me. I didn't look it up. So, but anyways, that is going to go into this spot right here. We also are going to need water. So let's grab a little bit of water. And I'm hoping I can just pipe this in like so. We should actually be able to, right? Switch tanks. No. If we do drain from cell into tank. Okay, we can't drain from bucket. Fill cell from tank. Fluid enrich tank or... oh. It's not going to let me do that, hey? Not with water? Really? Really? Okay, can we do this then? Nope. Can we do that? Of course we can. It places it down. And ruins my farm. Yes, silly. Alright. Put that down. Good. Okay, so that is a bit of a problem. And the reason it's a problem is a lot of the IC2 machines are eye-sided, right? Which means a simple thing. We're going to need to pump water in to that side for it to work. Okay? Not ideal overall, but it's one of those things that we'll have to deal with. So, in the meantime, while we're waiting for the lapis, let's remove this guy with our wrench here, and we're going to have to move it over or change its placement, okay? So we're going to take the power cord, and we're going to then use this tank right here. We're going to utilize that, okay? And to do that, I want to be a little bit careful because I don't want to pipe into that again. So what we're going to do is we're going to need a little bit more cabling, and it's going to be super duper messy. Simple as that. It is not going to be ideal in the slightest. This is not how I want to set all this up, but it is one of those things that we'll have to deal with. So let's get a little bit more of the tin cabling up and running here, and we'll remove this here. So we'll come up at this spot, just like so, and then we'll bring it over and across. Now, this guy, no, that's going to pose a problem, isn't it? I mean, let's try it. Let's try it. So if we say to output into that, okay, no, we're perfectly fine. So that's going to output the water as we need it. Perfect. And we can go to fluid enrich mode. Awesome. We can put in the lapis lazuli, and we're good to go, basically. That's really, really good. Now this, of course, doesn't really show you the recipe either. So this is something that is kind of hard to find if you've never dealt with IC2 overall. So keep your eyes posted. Keep them locked on the screen. All right. We are good. We are set up, I think. Oh. What's it doing? Is it doing it? Bingo. IC2 coolant. Perfect. So it takes two buckets of water, and it gives you 1 bucket of coolant. Or no, 1 bucket of water, 1 bucket of coolant. But it does take the 8 lapis. So you will need 24 lapis total to do the 3 cells that we need to. Okay? Now, because I didn't have the cell in place here, which is kind of my bad a little bit, these are all empty. Now we have another situation where we needed to have the cells in here for them to fill up with that. Okay? But we can fix that pretty easily. So what we can do is we can simply switch the mode and switch the tanks around. So if we go switch mode and we go fill from tank, boom, we put in the cell, and it's going to fill it up from that IC2 coolant situation. Okay? I'm just going to put in the 1 because I don't want more than 1 to act, and we might get some water in there as it immediately start to fill up. See? That's a bit of the problem. But we did get a universal fuel cell with IC2 coolant. All right? Now, the problem is, well, we just got some water in here, didn't we? That is terrible. Not going to lie. As far as I'm aware, there really isn't a way to fix that at this time. There really isn't. So, the only way that I know of is to actually break the machine. And in the meantime, guess what? You just lost all of your water. So, it's one of those things you probably want to be a little bit more careful with where you have everything. And make sure that you're set up appropriately before you start this process. But anyways, there we go. We got some of those going. Oh, God. You guys can stay there. Perfect. All right. We are in the last little bit for our lapis lazuli. So let's just wait for that process to get done. And let's go fill our tank walls down below a little bit as well. I definitely want something functional for the base build. I don't want anything too mega or anything like that. I want to keep it pretty straightforward and not overly time requirement, if you know what I mean. I don't want anything too complicated. So if any of you guys do have ideas, please feel free to let me know. I would love to hear from you guys and your feedback and your ideas. It's a wonderful thing to work on it as a community. But I'm kind of thinking like similar to what I did in Infinity Evolved. If you haven't seen that series, by the way, it's probably one of my better series on my channel. So keep that in mind. But we do have what we need now, right? We got the fluid cells. Let's get ourselves an overclocker. So an overclocker is 10K coolant cells, which is tin plates surrounded by those coolant cells. So we're going to need 12 tin plates. So let's get that process up and running here. And boom and boom. Let's sleep off this nighttime again. I really don't want to deal with mobs. I really don't. I know it's kind of annoying that I keep sleeping. Don't get me wrong. But it's partly also because I don't have a proper base. And I'm starting to think that we really need to start thinking about that. Now, one of the things I could do is like a big old factory. I've started to think about that somewhat. It would be somewhat easy to do. But I would try to put in a little bit of time, obviously, to ensure that it's, you know, a little bit more adequate, right? I want it to be at least a little bit pretty. I'm not just a put a hole in the wall type of guy, right? Or at least, I hope some of you know that I'm not a hole in the wall type guy. Anyways, let's fill this up quickly. That's the only downside. We really need to progress so that we can just avoid that. Alright, we'll throw that guy in the middle. We have the extra piping. And the biggest problem that we have right now is we need more of that, don't we? Well, I can finish up this at least, which is good. We have one more, and I guess we could test it, right? For science. If we place one in the corner there, is that going to be okay? I would assume as much. I would assume as much, but we are out of seared stone. We are almost out of cobble. Are we out of cobble? Period? We might be out of cobble, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are. I don't know if that's ever happened to me before. Hasn't happened in a very long time, if it has. Wow. Yeah, we just ran out of cobble. Well, we can fix that. There is a cobblestone generator from Tiny Progressions, which is very easy to make. So let's just quickly make that. I think we can even do it with andesite. So that's an A+ in my books. We can grab that bucket of lava right there. We can grab this bucket of water like so. We can take our andesite that we have here. We need 6 though, obviously. And what else is it? 1 piece of glass. Well, we have glass. We have a whole bunch of glass right there. So let's make ourselves a quick little cobble gen. Does this work with andesite? No, it does not. Okay, so you do need cobble. I can't believe this, but we have to go quickly mine for a little bit of cobble. Can you believe this? I know I can't. Well, hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's enough. It should be. Let's quickly get this going. Boom. Cobblestone gen. Awesome. We can also make this to the next level. We might as well. It's not very expensive, but it does require some smooth stone. Smooth stone. Which, do we have any? Probably not. Probably not. Why would we? Why would we have smooth stone? You know, it's fine. Can we do it with andesite? Nope. Nope, literally cannot. Okay, so we'll do that a little bit later on. But in the meantime, we'll just place it down and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. All right, boom. Do we have any chests anywhere? Or did we use them all up? We might have used them all up. It looks that way. Boom, boom. Okay, we can get a whole bunch. Get a whole bunch of them, use some wood. There we go. So this guy should basically give us cobble. Awesome. Very nice. So at least we fixed that temporary issue. Temporary. It's not the fastest of devices, I will say that. But we can quickly upgrade it here to the next level, right? But you will get some cobble at least out of it, which is very, very nice. Let's get our smooth stone and work on the upgrade. This will increase the speed quite nicely. So it makes 1 cobble block every 40 ticks. Only holds 32 blocks. This one's every 20 ticks, so it's twice the speed. It only holds 64, but we are outputting it to a chest, so that's not really a concern overall. Okay, so we'll do that. Boom. Double the speed. Let's go, Cobble Gen. Look at that. And now we are flying. Now we are flying. Okay, so we got the glass. We have the cobble starting up. We have our tin plates, so we can start with our overclockers here. And apparently, I think this episode might go a little long. But let's get our 10K coolant cells. Oh, they stack now? Oh, that's wonderful. And you get the fluid cells back? Oh, this is like a dream. I love it. This is the best day ever. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, we'll put those away. You might have always gotten that. I probably just forgot. You know, my old age and all. So we have our overclocker, or 10K coolant cells. We'll put those in like that. We are going to need to get ourselves an iron plate. We also need a little bit more copper cabling. We need at least 2, and I think we need 3 total. So we'll quickly hammer out this iron plate, and then we'll get some copper cabling going. In the meantime, guess what? Time to get that rolling. And we're pretty much out of lava again. Fan-diddly-tastic. Out of so many things. So many little things that we have to do. It's a good thing to have. I enjoy having lots to do in mod packs. I'm the type of guy that tends to get quite bored if there's not a lot to do. And that includes like my job, that includes my life. I try to stay pretty busy. Except for sometimes when I zombie out. We all zombie out on certain things, don't we? I watched a lot of the Dota 2 tournament here on the week. So, you know, that type of stuff usually gets me pretty good. But we push through it. All right, electronic circuit. Let's get this last one. We will need a little bit more rubber. Let's grab that over here. 1, 2, 3. Sure. We'll just match it. Good. Okay. So this is our first ever overclocker. ×2. Sweet. Oh, welcome there, Zethron. Very nice. And basically we can install them. And what this should do is it increased the amount of energy that it was going to use. As you saw there, that dipped down. But it should be a lot quicker. So let's grab ourselves a little bit of ore and give this a quick test. Copper. Sure. We have a decent amount of copper, but we might as well give it a try. So what I'm thinking is we could increase the speed of our macerator. As you saw, it did go up. Process time by 70%. That's pretty darn good. It sped that up quite a bit. This guy, well, it's faster, but it's not really that much faster. A second one in there, now all of a sudden we're down to 49%. But our cost is also increased to 256% overall. So we are draining out our power faster, but we are also processing things faster. This is part of IC2 that I truly, really love. I really do love it. And this is the other problem that we get into. As you can see, our power is dipping dramatically with that second overclocker, which means we're not getting enough power out of our bat box and this cabling to it. But the problem with that as well is, if you remember correctly, our ore washing plant did require tier 1 power, right? So how do we get this to have more power? Well, it is another upgrade, and I don't think we have time for that upgrade today, because that's going to take a little bit of work. But it's basically that MV transformer that we made right here, with 2 gold cables, another circuit, and a whole bunch of glass. And what this will do is this will allow that machine, because right now power tier 1 I think is it 64 EU per tick? No, 32, sorry, 32. It'll allow it to go to the 128. So what that's going to do is it's going to help process everything. The problem with that is we will need to run it off of the MV, which is our output of 128, right? So it would basically have to run with that. The biggest problem with that is all of our other machines still require tier 1. So how do we kind of fit this in without messing around with all the rest, right? So those are the little challenges that we are going to have to deal with IC2, which is actually a wonderful thing. I truly believe that that is wonderful. It may be annoying to a lot of people, and I understand why it's annoying, but I also think it makes the mod a little bit more advanced, a little bit more technical. It's not just a mod that you can simply, yeah, we're good on. So, just one of those things. So we have the Overclocker upgrades, but we really can't use them, which is quite too bad. I was hoping to at least be able to use them today. But, you know, it's the little things that count, I guess. So, we'll leave that for right now, and we'll come back to that next. But let me get this seared stone going with our clock here, and we have our glass. So let's try to get this thing done before we end the episode. Alright, so we should have enough here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's at least complete this thing and see. There we go. It completed. How many can it hold, though? That's the biggest thing. It can hold 2,000 ingots, or 288 buckets. And the side thing here didn't really matter, so that's good. So I'm going to quickly turn that to glass, just because I can. And it also retained its current inventory. Excellent. So we at least have our storage of fluids kind of figured out as well, which is overall fantastic. Which means we can now start producing a lot more coal coke at all times. I'm going to quickly remove this guy, though, and I'm going to place it on top here. Or right there. That's fine, too. And I'm just going to work to also drain out these guys at the same time. We might as well throw all of this in there accordingly, right? So overall, very, very excited. We got ourselves a beautiful tank, full, and it's filling up of creosote. It might fill up really quick. It very well may fill up way too quickly. But, you know what? It's the baby steps, right? We're slowly but surely progressing on the world, okay? We definitely need to get this sorted out. Maybe like a pump from Industrial Craft, or maybe we just wait for the mining upgrade. I don't know, but this needs to be fixed big time. I think I can also do... can I make conduits? Straight up? I don't even know. Like fluid conduit? Quite clear glass. I think we can chisel this, can't we? Yeah, we can. So we could do that. Binder composite, though. Wood pulp CF powder, which we can make from stone dust. The wood pulp. That's the problem, I think. We need the sag mill or the carpenter. Carpenter is not till age 4. Yeah, so we can't really do conduits. So we'll have to stick to the other stuff for now. We'll have to stick to what we got for now. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit crazy, a little bit hectic. We're trying to do multiple things at the same time. And that's just, you know, that's just Minecraft overall. And look at that. We're almost at a break-even point here for our CO2. Now our CO2 is higher. Is that a problem? I don't know. How much CO2 is too much CO2? Could we just kill them? You would think like too much CO2 would kill them. You would think. They do need oxygen as well. Amount burnt. 14. Well, you guys can let me know. I don't want to have too much CO2, but maybe I will at this point. Maybe I need to turn it off for a little bit. Maybe there is a little bit of management required with that. But anyways, everybody, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye-bye for now.